Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I am your instructor, Richard Rost. In today's video, we're going to do a cool search as you type box for your Microsoft Access forms. Today's question comes from Benjamin in Euclid, Ohio, one of my Platinum members. Benjamin says, is there a way to create a search box in my customer list form that allows me to quickly find a customer by their first or last name? Ideally, I'd like to start typing the first few characters and have it immediately direct me to that customer, similar to how a Google search begins by showing results before you finish typing. Is such a feature possible in Access? Yes, Benjamin, it's possible, of course. There's lots of different ways to do this. First, I'm going to show you the easy way, and then later on in the extended cut, I'm going to show you the more advanced way. Now, a little while back, I did a video called Find Record where I show you how to make a Find a Record combo box using one of the built-in wizards in Access. And this does about 90% of what you need, but it's not perfect. It needs a few tweaks to do exactly what you want. So that's what we're going to do in today's video. We're going to take this and make it sexy. So if you have not yet watched this video, go watch this now. Also, you should know how to make aggregate queries. You should know what null values are. And we're going to be using the dreaded double quotes, so go watch this video. If you don't know any of these things, these are free. They're on my YouTube channel. They're on my website. Go watch them now and then come on back. Now, like I said, this is going to be an expert level video, which I define to mean more than beginner, but not quite developer. I'm going to show you how to do what we need to do today without any programming. We are going to work with a little bit of macros. Now, this is a macro that the wizard is going to create for us, and it's not that difficult to just adjust it a little bit. All right, so here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database you can download off my website if you want a copy. And in this database, I've got a customer list. And wouldn't it be nice to just be able to, type in a few characters and jump right to Jordy LaForge, for example, based on either his first name or his last name? Obviously, with only 29 records, I could just sort this, right? Right-click, sort, and I can scroll down and easily find Jordy. But if I've got 29,000 records in here, it's not that easy. Now, if you watched my Find Record video, you know how easy it is to make a Find Record combo box. Let's do that real quick first, just as a brief review. I'm going to slide all this stuff down. I'm going to open up my form design here, grab a combo box. Where are you? Right there. Drop it up here. We're going to find a record. Next. What field do you want? Now, even if you only want first name, the wizard's going to bring in the ID too, which that causes a problem. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Next. All right, look, see, it hit the key column. See right there. All right, next. What label do you want? Doesn't matter. I'm going to delete it. Hit finish, and there we go. There's our little search box. We'll put it right above first name. Okay, save it, close it, open it back up again. All right, now if I drop this box down, you'll see there's a list of items. Or if I just start typing here, this is what you want, the search as you type. If I type in G-E, there's Jordy right there. Now all I have to do is hit enter or tab, and it takes you right to Jordy. So in essence, that's a search as you type. All right, if I click in here and I type in R-I tab, right, boom, there you go. So it searches in this box for what you're looking for, right? J-E-A, there's Jean-Luc, tab, and it takes me right to Jean-Luc. All right, mission accomplished. But what if I got 5 James in here? All right, let me just copy this. We'll just make a bunch of James. There's another James. There's another James. There's another James. All right, let me put one more up top here. All right, so now we got a bunch of Jameses. All right, if I close this, open it back up again. Now, again, I can see them all right there, right? But if I come in here and look in this list, all right, there's a James there. There's a James down here, James down there. And if I just type in James, tab, it brings me to, okay. Now, if this list is sorted, that's fine. But as you can see, each one of these Jameses represents a different record. And you can't really tell which one is which. So, and this is just a mess. This list isn't sorted or any of that stuff. So what I want to do is, I want to make a sorted list for this search box, okay? And I only want to see one of each record. I'm going to group them together using an aggregate query. So let's do that next. The wizard as it is, okay, it builds a nice little simple combo box, but I want to make it better. So let's delete this guy. Go away. All right. Close this and save it. Let's make an aggregate query to make a grouped list of customers based on their first name. All right. Create, query design. customer table, first name, that's all you need, just the first name, totals, group by, and then we're going to sort it. And I also want to see blank values. So I'm going to put in here is not null for my criteria. All right, when I run this now, look at that. I get a nice sorted list of all the customers' first names, and there's only one James showing up there. Perfect. Let's save this guy, Control S. Let's save this as first name search queue. First name search queue. Now let's make that combo box look for this guy. All right. Now the problem with the combo box is that if you go to create it in here with the wizard, all right, go to create it like this. We'll start over. All right, find a record. This guy, unfortunately, doesn't let you pick another query for your data. Okay, so let's go ahead and just rebuild this real fast. It takes 2 seconds, right? Next. Probably should have left the original one, huh? Next. All right, finish. See how long that takes? That's so long. All right, let's open this guy up. Take a look at his properties. First, I don't like combo 19. Let's call this first name search combo. Okay. And let's go over here to the data tab. Now, the data tab, the row source tells you where it's getting its data from. Control source is what it's bound to. This guy isn't bound to any fields. It's unbound, right? These guys are all bound to fields in the table underneath, right? First name, last name, and so on. This guy isn't bound. It just sits there. You pick a piece of data from here, and it doesn't go anywhere. It just sits in that box. That's what unbound means. All right, now let's take a look at this row source. Click on here. I'm going to zoom in, Shift F2. This is what the wizard gives us. All right, it's a select statement. For those of you who aren't familiar with SQL, you can go watch my quick SQL with Access video. It teaches you all the basics. But this basically says, give me the customer ID, comma, the first name from the customer table. Okay? Now, notice there's 2 fields there. So the wizard is saying it's giving me a specific record, right? Customer ID and first name. But I want to change what I'm getting, right? I want to get that list from the query that I just made. Okay? So we're going to change this. Get rid of all this stuff here. Get rid of all of that. Leave the select. We're going to say select first name from my first name search queue. Okay? I want just the first name from that first name search queue. Okay? Now, a couple other things real quick. Go over to format. This guy has 2 columns in it because remember, the wizard set it up with ID and first name. So set the column count to 1. The column width is going to be just 1 inch. All right, we got 1 column in here. Okay, save it. Now, why didn't I just build a new combo box? Well, because the magic happens in this embedded macro. Go to event here. You'll see there's an embedded macro. We'll get into this in just a second, but I didn't want to have to recreate this from scratch. All right, so it's easier just to modify this combo box. All right, let's save that, close it, open it up, take a look at what's in the box. Look at that. It's a nice sorted list of just the single first name. There's one James. All right, looking good so far. Okay, but let's pick one. James. Type mismatch. What's going on now? Well, the macro is expecting an ID, not a string, so we got a little more work to do. All right, hit OK. Stop macros. Let's go back to design view. Open up this guy's properties, go into events, open up the embedded macro, click in here, then hit the dot, dot, dot button. I don't do a lot of work with macros, but once in a while they're okay. All right, so what's this macro command do? Well, this is the search for record. Okay, these 2, object type and object name, don't worry about those. Okay, it says find the first record, and here, I'll use this instead. Come here. Yeah, there we go, right? The where condition is where the customer ID equals, and this is just a fancy way to say whatever the active control is. They do that for the wizard to make it generic so it works with whatever control you were on. We're going to change this, though. Well, we're not going to use the customer ID. We're going to say where the first name equals our first name search combo box. All right, so change this to first name. And then we can get rid of this stuff, right? First name equals, we'll get rid of all this stuff here. Now, here's where our double quotes come in, right? It's going to be first name search combo, but it's got to be inside double quotes because it's a string. So it's going to be quote, 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 and first name search combo. There it is right there. Right? And quote, 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 because we got to end it inside of quotes too. Okay? And this is one of the reasons I don't like macros too, is because you got to make sure you got that little equal sign there. But again, the wizard built that for us. Okay. All right. Save it. Close it. Close it. Close it. Save it. Yeah, you got to save the macro separate from the format. That's kind of weird. All right. Now, open it up. Drop it down. Pick Jean-Luc. Boom. Put you right on Jean-Luc. All right. Same thing. Come in here. Type in James. It'll put you right on the first James. Now, what if your list isn't necessarily sorted by that? So let's say here, let's say we're sorted by ID or by date or whatever. All right, if I come in here and I pick Catherine, there's only one Catherine, that's not a problem. If I pick, I put 3 Jameses together, didn't I? Let me move you. Let's make this Xavier. And I'm going to move James down here. Okay, let's close it. Oh, someone's beaming in. Okay, if I open it now, if I do a James, all right, it takes me to that James number 2, but I don't see that there's more James on there. So wouldn't it be nice if I searched for that based on that box, right? If it sorted that list for me and put me at the first one. That would be pretty cool. Let's do that. Design view. Go back into our combo box. Go back to the events after update, ... Next action down here, we're going to find the set order by. Yeah, I know. You'd think it would be sort or order by, but no, it's set order by. All right. What are we ordering by? First name. All right. Don't worry about control name. All right. Save it. Close it. Close it. Close it. Save it. Okay. Ready? Customer list. Come in here. James. Tab. And what happened? Well, it sorted it. But setting the sort order puts you at the top again. So what we have to do is we have to do the sort first, then do the search. Okay. How do we do that? Well, come back in here, design view. Back to you. Back to you. Come here. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to click on this little green arrow right there. Boop. Move it up top. So what'll happen is it'll sort by first name first, then do the search, and hopefully leave us where we need to be. Okay, you ready? All right. Save it. Close it. Close it. Save it. Close it. Too many steps. And yes, I'm still fighting a cold, folks. I apologize. Customer, all right? Here we go. All right, we're all sorted here. Let's sort by a different field just to make sure it works. All right, we're sorted by last name now. Come over here. Drop it down. Let's pick James. And then boom. Look at that. It sorted it by first name and put us right on the first one. Come in here, type in something else, like, who else we got in here? Jordy, Geo, tab, and there you go. So there's your basic search as you type. You're searching in here, the records will come up, R-I-C, there's Richard, tab, boom, put you right on me. All right, so that was pretty cool, but if you want to learn something that's even cooler, the cooler solution, in the extended cut for the members, I'm going to show you how to do this with a text box. And literally as we type, the records down here will be refreshed. Okay. And it'll work with any field you want. So like with the one that we built here, if you want to do this with last name and then with state, you have to build separate boxes for each one of those, which that's not a bad thing. But the one I'm going to show you how to build in the extended cut, right? If I type in here, A-L, see, it works. I've got it set to work on first name, last name, and the state column. Right? If I back up and I go T-A, see, it finds Tasha, it finds data, it finds Nyota. Right? If I type in F-L, it finds all the Floridas. See? All right? We'll make a clear button. It will truly update the records whenever you press a key. Okay? And we'll use VB instead of macros because I'm not a huge macro fan. I'm not a big fan of macros. They've got their place, but I prefer VB myself. So that's all covered in the extended cut for the members. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut videos. And if you really want to take your Access databases to the utmost stratospheric levels of searching capabilities, I have this thing that I built called the Search Seminar, one of my more popular seminars, where I cover pretty much all there is to know about searching and sorting inside of Access. So check that out as well. So that is going to be your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the tech help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any tech help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for tech help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.